Alrighty, what is up everybody and welcome back to Evospace. As always, I am Dor, and today I'm going to go ahead and show you guys my little tree farm thingamabobber that I made here. So right off the bat here, you need to split one of these sections into 12 in order to not have anything left over in the finished product area. If you don't want to have to split it, which is that thing over there, if you don't want to put one of those down and split it, you can add on 2 more of these little sections to produce 690 coal versus the 460 that this is going to be making. But yeah, I'm going to show you the split version because I didn't build the other one, and I kind of don't want to build right now because my computer is a little volatile at the moment, and my creative world already has been wiped once. So I don't want to go too crazy with anything in this just yet, and I don't want to load back into my survival world because I don't know how to back it up just yet, and I don't want to lose it because my computer is just going to shut off randomly. So let's go ahead and get this going here. So each one of these little sections here gives you 1,380 bamboo. Out of those 4 little sections here, 3 of them are going directly into the coal side of things to get turned into coal. The 4th side of it, or the 4th little bit here, is going into a splitter like I said. That splitter is going down here. It gets put through 12 of these things. It gets split 12 times evenly. So each output gives you 115 items from the bamboo itself. Out of those 12 splits, 8 of them go into the bottom portion of the furnace to be the fuel source of the farm, and 4 of them go back into the line that turns into coal. So like I said, at the end of this whole process, you should have 460 coal. Unless my math is wrong, you should have 460 coal, and you should not have anything left over. So in this storage rack, if you don't have any outputs going, you should only have 920 bamboo here, and over here you should have 4,600 bamboo. So that if that works, you're good. It only works if you let them fully grow to the 10-minute timer to get them to give you the 15 max that it gives you. If you cut it prior to it being fully grown, I don't know, it changes. It's kind of random how much it gives you. Like if you let it grow once and you cut it, you get 1. You might get 2. I don't know. It's kind of weird. But if you let it grow the full 10, it gives you the 15. Like I said. So to build this, it's kind of a late game farm because you need the hard metal item stackers here. The item stackers and the output pneumatic piping stuff. If you don't have those, I don't know if it works with the steel pneumatic piping, and I don't know if it works with the aluminum pneumatic piping, because I just started off with this one and I didn't want to change it back to the other one because the reset on this is not quick. You have to wait 10 minutes. It's not. I don't know how you change the growth tick in this game, but it would be nice if you could when you're testing stuff out like this. So you need it to go into, you need an aluminum arm, an aluminum mining arm to mine this farm. You need the hard metal stacker to feed out because of the capacity that's in it. Normally I would say go with the neutronium one, but the neutronium one is creative stuff. So currently you can't get this in the game that I know of. There is dust and ingot forms, but it doesn't tell you how to get those other than breaking down stuff that already has that stuff in it. So as far as I know, you can't get that stuff in survival world unless you cheat it in with creative, which whatever. So with the farm here, you go out 10, and then on the 11th one, you go a little wall. In the center here, you do a 3x3, the mining arm in the center bit. And then it goes out diagonally 7. So it's kind of like a big circle. If you were to do this with pumpkins, I believe you can get this corner and this corner extended out by 1. And I think this one can go with these two blocks here can go back 1 as well. The reason I don't have that with the bamboo is because the bamboo is in the dead center of the block. It doesn't register the whole block as you're hitting it. So the laser can hit here and not mine the bamboo. It has to actually touch the stem of the bamboo. So I know for sure you can grow one right here, but since it's right outside the range of the laser, it stops like right here on the block. It's not hitting the bamboo itself, so it will not harvest that bamboo. So you have a couple dead spots on this little setup with that arm But you don't want to use the stainless steel one because the stainless steel one mines in like a circle and it'll destroy the ground, and you don't want that. So you do want to drop the bamboo down by 1 so the miner arm does not accidentally break the dirt. In my testing here, I've had it break the dirt 1 time, and I'm not sure why it did that. It hasn't broken any of the blocks that are placed down, but it has broken 1 dirt piece. And again, I don't know why that happened. It shouldn't, because it's not on the plane it's mining, so it didn't really make any sense. So yeah, that's pretty much the farm. You need those. For the split portion of it, you need to have 2 stackers. You can probably get away with a stainless steel or aluminum one here, but you definitely need a hard metal one for the storage capacity on it. And then it goes into a conveyor or conveyor junction that goes into a conveyor that then gets split. And I'll show you this over there where it's kind of easier to see. But then all of them go into another item stacker. Again, you don't need a hard metal one here. You can probably get away with either a copper or steel one, because you only ever have 4 stacks of items in this thing at any given time. You shouldn't have any more than that. If you do, then the system is broke somewhere, or you're not producing steam to power these things. Ooh, that was an audio weirdness that just went down. That's fun. That's probably a sign that my computer's about to kill itself. So you have those feed out into pneumatic tubing, and then those go out into the system, however you have it set up in your world. I have it set up with only 4 of these because it splits it evenly. You could probably get away with doing more. If you want to figure that out, go for it. I'm not too sure, though. But the splitter is over here. Ignore this thing. I was just trying to see if it would drain it faster. I don't really think it was much of a difference there. So this is how it is pretty much underneath there. Well, that's pretty much how it is underneath there. But treat this little thing here as the mining arm. And when it fills this thing up, there should be another one of those things here, but I didn't switch it out yet. But it goes through, and it needs a single input into a splitter, because if you have a double input coming into this system here, like if you got rid of the item stacker and you put a conveyor there, it would unevenly fill the system because you have 2 inputs that pretty much negate this first splitter, and it just doesn't split it correctly. So you do need it to push onto one of these. You need an item stacker there so you don't have a backlog of stuff, because then this guy will stop eating items once the conveyor junctions back up a little bit. So you run into a little bit of issue there. So you need to put an item stacker to avoid that. And then it splits here into 2, like you can see. And then you really only have 3 outputs that go into another set of splitters that go into directly another 2 sets of splitters. So you need what do you need? You need 12 splitters in total for this little split. It splits because everything is kind of divisible by 5. It takes 1 piece of bamboo to smelt 5 pieces of bamboo. So the way this is set up now, if you were to add 2 more of these on, like I said, you would have, 6,900 pieces of bamboo, which one module of this, I guess you can call it, produces 1,380, which divides into that 1690 evenly by 5. So that'll work out, and it should not leave anything left over. So when this is done right now, we should have 460 pieces of coal in here. I changed the clock back here. I delayed it up to 20 minutes. This little section here takes 15.5 minutes to drain. Excuse me. So I was setting the clock at 16 minutes to give it enough time to drain. But that was not enough time for the smeltery portion of the whole thing to smelt everything down. So I added in 20 minutes, which still might not be correct. I'm trying to wash the trees and see if it mines everything. I don't think it's going to mine everything right now. It mined everything. And okay, cool. We're good. Okay. So the delay I have set to this is 72 seconds or 72. I don't know if that's seconds like real time. I don't know what the ticks are in this game. I don't think this game really has a wiki just yet because it's really early on. So each one of these has 1 tick. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, all the way up to 72. Don't just set them all to 72. That might just break everything. I don't know, again, how these things work. There are different variants. of different material ones, like stainless steel has these guys here, which add in these other forms of things. I don't know what those mean. I don't know how they work. I know I tried this guy here, the stainless steel counter. I was trying to use it on like a conveyor and stuff to see if I could maybe filter out 100 and 100 on each side, but I don't know how this thing works. Again, I don't know if it's implemented just yet, or I don't know if it needs something. This thing is the same thing that the stainless steel displays have, which is that little circle thing, and you just put those on items and it tells you what they are. This thing doesn't work that I could see, but I mean it does what it does. So like I said, this is set to 20 minutes, so that's 1200 ticks, seconds, whatever the timer is on here, and it seems to work. It does seem to be 1-to-1 for the most part. So we have 72 there, we have 1200 there. This is gonna process out. The way we have it set up is so that nothing ever drops on the ground. That's why you need those buffer chests, because if you don't have those, then you start losing stuff on the ground, and then you start running into issues where you're not really getting what you're supposed to be getting out of this farm. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually let this whole process out really quick. I gave it a 20-minute timer. Hopefully we don't have anything backed up in the system here at the end of those 20 minutes. It will kick on immediately following the 20-minute thing. So I'm going to try and break the arms out really quickly before this thing processes out again, which I might actually do. I might just break the tubes really quick once it's all filled up here before this thing kicks back on, so we don't have any like things coming in. Let me go ahead and let this wait for the 20 minutes that it's going to probably process out, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, so we were at like a 18-minute mark before this thing triggered again, and we were completely out of stuff in these guys here. We have 8 items left over in the smelters here, which we might have to rework this little bit here to have it go through just one grouping of arms into a splitter that feeds both of these guys, so we don't have that issue maybe. Same thing with the bottom bit. But for some reason we have 505 pieces of coal in here. I deleted the shelving, so there shouldn't have been anything in there, and replaced them. So they should have been fresh. But we're supposed to have 460 because it's 10 pieces of bamboo to 1 piece of coal, like 1 full piece of coal. It gives you a 0.1 per bamboo. So 10 of them should be 1. So I don't know where the extra came from. Our system was cleaned out. So I don't know why we got extra. Maybe it's because we're using these guys, the steel versions, and they might give you a bonus. I'm not honestly sure. And for some reason it just didn't harvest these guys. It did it like 6 times today, and then it decided it didn't want to harvest this guy. So the game is a little wonky every now and again. I don't know why it just did that. It's been working fine. I've been doing this since 8 in the morning. It's 1 in the afternoon. It's really annoying the heck out of me. So anyways, this is the farm setup. You can kind of see it now that it's harvested. So you want to go out 10 from the thing. The center bit is going to be the center bit there. So we just go back out 10. There you go, 10. And then the 11th one is there. From the corner bits, there you got to leave those ones empty because you're going to have to run piping on one side or the other, and you can fill in the empty side if you want. But then from there you go out 7. And then there you go. You connect it back in to the thing like that, and that is 1 module of the farm. Like I said, this should all be divisible by 5. So you can kind of scale it how you want, I guess. If you want to have one of these being the fuel producer, and then have another, what is it? That's 4. So then, what is that? Each one of these can smelt 5 of these. No, each one of these little fields can smelt 5 of their own fields. So you would need, what is that? 5, 10, 15, you need 20 20 of these setups, if you run one of these as a fuel source, and then 20, 20, that's pretty massive, 20 of those to be coal producers, if you want to be crazy about it and do that. But again, I don't know why it didn't just do this. Like I said, it's been working fine all day, and then now it's got a hiccup somewhere in the line. Oh, you know why it probably didn't just do that? Because I have no drainage of the items, and it's backed up, so it stopped harvesting. That might be what just happened there. Okay. But anyways, that's going to go ahead and be it. Really quickly here again, we have 72 delay ticks. We have a 20-minute, which we can probably punch down to 18 minutes. If you want it running as soon as the system's empty over there, maybe 18 to 19 minutes works. I have it set to 20 minutes. It's nice and safe. It keeps things running. That's the setup. Again here, so you guys can get an eye on it if you like. This one over here, like I said, was just a tryout of something. I don't think it made anything quicker. It's just more titanium stuff that's kind of a waste potentially in that spot. But yeah, like I said in the beginning of the episode, I don't know, like I said, I've done this since 9 in the morning, 9 or 8 in the morning. I don't remember anymore. But my computer is dying, so this is the final video I will put up on YouTube at the moment. I don't know when I'll be back. I don't have the cash to be buying a computer at the moment. I don't have any other forms of PCs in my house that I can use. So this one is volatile at the moment. It'll either turn on or it won't. So I'm kind of out of a PC at the moment. I don't want to risk loading into any worlds on any games if there's a chance I can just lose it completely like this one happened. So yeah, that's the tree farm. Hope you guys enjoyed as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching.